Hi guys, welcome to Crypto Carpool, which will be the a weekly news update, news and views on the cryptocurrency world. With me, I have joining me today an interesting character in the crypto world. You might know him from his Twitter profile, known as
Veridoge.
His name is Veridoge. I am the Crypto Killer, and all we'll do is just be chatting basically about all crypto stuff, crypto world, news and views, and whatever else is going on.
You call yourself Crypto Killer, but I think crypto's killed you.
I see what you did there.
Yeah,
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, first things first, how did you get into this world?
I can't even remember. It was probably about 4 years ago now, so I've been stuck down the rabbit hole for 4 years now. And it all began how I think a lot of people begin, really. Like, my situation was not particularly hard. You know, I had a decent graduate job, an okay wage. So I was doing okay, but I still couldn't afford to save for a house. I still couldn't do the things that all the previous generation could do relatively easy. And I thought, there's no way, if I keep doing what I do now, there's no way I can actually ever get a house or anything, just the standard stuff, not like living, you know, elaborately, just the basics. So I looked around. I looked into stocks, shares, gold, oil,
As you do.
What to invest in. Yeah, and then I came across Bitcoin. And yeah, read into it, and I was just hooked. And I thought, percentage return wise, this is gonna be way more better return than stocks ever will be. And it'll just evolve from there, really.
So, in terms of time, how long ago would that have been?
So that was 4 years ago now.
4 years ago.
Yeah.
So, just to keep everyone in the know, around about 3.5 years ago, and I'm sure I'm not the only person in this situation, about 3.5 years ago, my man next to me here actually did mention this weird, strange thing called Bitcoin. And like many of us, didn't take much notice. Nothing whatsoever. What a mistake that was.
Until it hit $10,000, then everyone wanted to know. Yeah,
absolutely. And it's
so to be fair, you were one of the few that actually bought it at £200.
I did.
And then I bought it back off you at £300.
Yeah.
So cheers.
Yes. Not my finest hour, it has to be said. But at the time, I'm sure I'm not the only one out there that you don't really think about it. You take the £100 or the $100 and you think, thank you very much.
Yeah, I mean 50% in a couple of months. That's, you know, more than you talk to expect, really, with ISAs and stuff, like being 5% a year at best.
And to a certain extent, some people just need the money, don't they?
Yeah.
Just at the time.
Yeah.
I think at the time it was coming up to Christmas as well, so I thought, okay, I'll take the extra £100. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
If I'd have hung on to it for another few years, it would have been a very nice Christmas. That's for sure.
It would have.
It would have been a very, very nice Christmas. So getting yourself into Bitcoin and investing in that quite early on, is that the only sort of coin that you've invested in, or?
Nah, of course not. I mean, there's 1,400 coins. Bitcoin's just the tip of the iceberg. The smaller the coin, the higher risk, potentially, because they could go to nothing, but you can make some insane returns if you pick the right ones. I think my biggest mistake over the years is not holding for long enough. Like, some of the coins I picked, Ethereum, I had that at 25 cents. It's now $750.
Jeez, that's crazy.
Dash, again, I had at less than $1. That went up to $1,500, and I sold both at around $10 at the time, thinking that was an insane profit. No regrets, because that is profit. And at the time, you couldn't see how far they could go. But I think this time round, all the new coins coming out, you can see the potential of how far these can go, and you can definitely make some pretty insane returns if you pick the right ones.
Absolutely. I mean, I think it has to be said, my eyes have certainly been opened within the last 6 months. Obviously, with a massive boon in sort of the mainstream media of the Bitcoin world and the cryptocurrency world. a lot of the names I just have no idea what they mean, no idea what they do. I was told Litecoin was terrible at one point.
Yeah, I
can't think who pointing me in that direction.
Yeah, again, Litecoin, bought it at $3, sold it at $6 and thought I was clever. Yeah, let's not talk about Litecoin.
No, absolutely not. So, moving on from the sort of boom that's happened within the last, I'd say, 4 to 6 months possibly. What sort of coins, I mean, are people jumping on at the moment? What should we be looking for?
I mean, that's a whole other topic entirely. We'll probably talk about in another chat. But I think to put it up in a nutshell, what's coming up in 2018, I honestly don't know what will happen to Bitcoin at the moment. It could keep going up, it could keep going down. But I think there are definitely some coins which will be huge in 2018. And the ones to look out for, I believe the ones that will have Lightning Network enabled, ones which will be decentralized exchanges and have atomic swaps, ones that have anonymous transactions like Zcash, Zcoin. Now I'm sure that probably means nothing to you, things like Lightning Network.
Not a clue. Not a clue.
That's where things get technical, but things like that are worth looking up on, because they'll be the big coins next year, I'd say.
Interesting. So what is the future for Bitcoin? I mean, I'm sure a lot of people are out there thinking, you know, has it got to the point of no return? Is it going to drop back down to crazy levels where it was before? Is it going to shoot up again? You know, what's the future?
Yeah, I mean, I genuinely don't know. One thing I found is on Twitter that a lot of my followers and a lot of people following other people just seem to expect we have this crystal ball and we know what's going to happen, but we don't. We just go on probabilities, looking at the charts and analysis. And in all honesty, I never thought Bitcoin would hit $10,000 this year, let alone 20,000, but it's just going with the trend. It could crash, it could keep going up. I generally don't know. I know that's a boring answer. I know. But in all honesty, next year I'm going to be much more bothered about alts and Bitcoin.
So I shouldn't put all my money in Bitcoin and expect to be a millionaire within the next year?
Definitely not. Okay. No, definitely not.
You sure?
Unless if you put in like 500,000, like that's the problem. Like, and that's the thing. Like Bitcoin, yeah, okay. What if it goes to $100,000? Yeah, that's nearly a 10 times return. Great, but that's a big risk considering that Bitcoin's already up nearly 150 times or something from the bottom. Where why not buy coins that are already at the bottom and could go up 100 times already? They may never be as big as Bitcoin. They won't be, but they're like penny stocks. You're catching them at the bottom. It won't take as much money pumped into them to keep going higher.
It's such an interesting world. I mean, I'm sure there's many people out there in a sort of similar boat as me. I mean, to put it into context, my experience has sort of really been in the last sort of year, I'd say year and a half. As we've sort of spoke about, I had a small dabble in it about 3.5 years ago. It didn't end well. Suddenly thought, actually, this I probably should listen to this guy. He knows what he's talking about, and you know, I think it's such a massive market now, isn't it?
Definitely. I think that's what this channel is going to be about. It's going to be a bit of an introduction for people who are new, who don't have a clue, because you know it is a big world out there, big unknowns. There's a lot of lies, a lot of propaganda out there. So hopefully we'll steer you clear of that, or give our own spin on the propaganda, whatever you want to make on that. I mean, I like to think I'm one of the honest guys, but I'm sure people with the opposite views to me think they're honest too. But you know, there's always differing opinions, but there's a lot of scams out there. I'm
sure we'll be talking about them in future chats.
Yeah.
I should mention we are calling this the crypto carpool on the basis we are literally driving around talking about crypto.
Yeah, chatting shit in the car, driving around.
Probably could be a little bit cooler.
Probably.
Right now.
I mean, we're driving around in a shithole right now. Like, you know, we could be in LA or something, but
not quite LA. Maybe one day.
Maybe one day.
Depends on how Litecoin goes. Well, thank you very much, guys. Thanks for joining us. As always, like and subscribe. Interact with us on our Twitter, CryptoKiller_, and Veridoge.
Veridoge,
at Veridoge, whatever you want to say.
It's
all the same thing. Thank you very much, guys, and we'll speak to you very, very soon.